Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I'm going to get straight into this video because this one's going to be quite long. At the end of this video, I want to do the Pick My Christmas Star cross stitch. So it will be on a Monday that you'll see this, which should be the 30th of October. So I would like to get all of the floss and the fabric and everything ready for the start for Christmas so that I can start on Christmas Day, if that makes sense. So what I want to do is let you guys pick now, give it till next Flosstube, which will be in a week's time, but I will stop counting the votes on the Saturday. So I typically record on a Saturday and then I upload on the Monday. So the Saturday, if you're seeing it this week that this video comes out, this Saturday will be when I stop counting the votes, and then I see which one won, and then I will then go and look for the floss, because I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to run out of time if I wait until like the middle of November, so which is what I was planning. But I've noticed the shops that I buy from recently haven't always had the right floss in stock, so we'll do it this week. I'm going to start with the cross stitch stuff, then I'll go on to what I've been up to this week, and then we'll do the images because I want to show you all of the patterns that I have. So if you just want to stay for the cross stitch, that'll be at the start. I might even put actually timestamps here on the screen so you can skip if you want, and you can. I'll put them there anyway. Right. So this week I did 4 cross stitch patterns. Cross stitch. I did 4. I did Pokemon, Darth Daddy, Venom, and Lord of the Rings. So the closest one to me is Darth Daddy, so I'll show you that first. So again, it doesn't look like I've really done anything, to be honest. I did 736 stitches on this, which it doesn't look like I have at all. I started filling in this page. I figured out the reason why I stopped here, and that is because here is the end of the page. So I don't know why I just didn't carry on, but that was why I think I stopped that day. That I think I mentioned it in the last week's Flosstube that I, for some reason, stopped with this little gap here. I mean, it looks like it's a little bit more filled out, looking at it again now, but when I was doing it, it looked like, as I said last time, like I'd done nothing. I think I did maybe this one, and then there's a little circle of black here that I marked it out so I didn't miss it, because the main thing in this that I worry about is getting the black outlining wrong, because it's the most predominant thing in the pattern. So as I said, I did 736 this week, so that gives me 41% exactly, so that's pretty good. I've only got one goal before the end of this year, and that is to finish these pages. So I would like to get all of this done by December this year. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get as close as I can to it. So you'll probably see this one quite a lot in the next few weeks, just so I can get this done, because this was my Christmas start last year, and I kind of want to get these pages done by the end of the year, and then I might put it away for a little bit. We'll see. But I enjoy stitching on it, so we'll see. So this one is Venom, and all I did was this little square. So I've mentioned it before with this chart. I work in squares of 4 because it is confetti heavy, this picture. So I know this one's going to take a long time, but it's not a full coverage. Like, there's no background, it's just Venom. So it shouldn't take me too long, but it just, I don't know, it's just the confetti in it. It's just so difficult to really see much progress. I mean, that was one night's worth, so that's just 4 little blocks. And I did 333 stitches. Actually, I think there was already some black in this before I even started it this week, so that takes me to 14.89%. He is looking nice though. He is looking really nice. I can't wait to get across here to the eyes, because then it will look even better and you'll be able to tell who it is by then. So yes, I will put a picture of the original one here. I don't know if I left enough time for Darth Daddy. I'm sure I can squeeze a picture in there somewhere. So yeah, that's Venom. I don't know when I'll work on him again. As I said, he's very confetti heavy. So next up we have Pokemon Gen 1, and I'll put a picture here. And this time I realised that Kabutops was pretty much done. There's a little bit of brown that needs to come in here, and then he's done because there's another Pokemon underneath it. So you don't actually ever stitch an entire like full Pokemon on this chart because they're all so squished together. So I went to the next one, and this is Lapras, and he's got his mouth open. So I did most of the top of his head, and then this will be the bottom part of his jaw. So that one I did 401 stitches on. So I finished as much as I could of Kabutops and then moved to this way. This Pokemon here I'm looking forward to because he's one of my favourites. I won't tell you who it is just yet, but he's one of my favourites. And 401 stitches gave me a total of 7.58% on this one. So it is coming along nicely, and I enjoy working on this one because there's so many different colours. The only thing I don't particularly like is the fact that I'm doing it full cross, and I usually stitch in half stitch, but I like full cross on 18 count fabric. I think it looks nice, and I think choosing that size for this type of image was the right choice, because it's very cartoony. So I'm definitely happy with the count and the stitching that I'm doing. It's just I'm so used to half stitch that sometimes I get a little bit confused when I stitch on this one. Right, so the last one I have is Lord of the Rings. I'm a little bit, I wouldn't say disappointed, but I am a little bit disappointed that I didn't do more. I never push myself to do any amount of stitching. Like, I don't say to myself, like, I've got to do 500 stitches today. I never do anything like that, but I am a little bit disappointed that I didn't get more done on this. So I did 1,027 stitches this week. And that is where we are. That gives me a percentage of 1.64. I was kind of hoping I would be halfway down, so about where this red hits. I was kind of hoping I would get there, and then I could finish this page off next week, or this week coming. Never mind, it doesn't matter. And it's just because this one's so big, I was kind of hoping I'd get a page done. But there isn't that much confetti left on this page now, so I think the rest of it will go fairly quick. Other than doing this part here, this is where most of the confetti lies in this page. And then this bit should go quite quickly. I say that, and I probably won't finish it by next Monday, by next Flosstube. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the colours. It's looking really good. I'll put a picture here if you've never seen the original chart. If you're new here, this is the one that this is like my main project. This is what I'm doing every week, unless I get bored, but I haven't yet. So I've been carrying on with this every week. I usually do about 3 days, 2 or 3 days worth, and I did miss a day of stitching this week. So for 6 days worth of stitching, I think I've done pretty well, especially with Darth Daddy. Getting them 736 stitches in was a good night of stitching for me. So yeah, I'm happy with that, sort of. Right, so before I get on to what I've been up to this week, this is part of it. I finally got the floss for Gamer Girl. I'll put a picture here of what she looks like. As I said in the last floss tube, she sent the floss to me with one colour missing. So I was a little bit annoyed about the fact of how long it took, but I'm just happy they're here. But when I got them, oh, the chair is on it. When I got the floss, I was actually quite surprised. I didn't expect her to have put them on floss cards. So I will just quickly show you the floss because I haven't started it yet. I wanted to show you before I started it. So these were the extras that she gave me, and they're all nicely plaid and labelled, which is great. So they're the ones that aren't on the cards. But she took the time to put them all on floss cards for me. So I have all of my floss, finally, except for, I think it's 317. Yep, except for 317. So that is the colour that I'm missing, which should be fairly easy to find if she never sends it or gets back to me. The only problem with these floss cards, because I really appreciated her doing this, because I hate kitting up cross-stitch patterns, because you have to label, because I work on things like this but hard plastic ones, so they're reusable, and I put stickers across here, but I do it in numerical order. So I really hate labeling them, getting the floss off my bobbins, or taking a skein apart because they're not. I hate all of that. So this must have took her ages to do, but they're not in numerical order. She's done it, which I don't blame her, how I gave her the numbers, which wasn't in numerical order, because they're on the PDF that I bought. They weren't in numerical order, and that wound me up so much. And I did say to her, I really apologise, I'm sending these to you like this, but to make it easier on herself, she's obviously just written them down as I gave them to her. So it will be difficult for me to stitch if I keep these floss cards, or thread organisers, I think these are called, not floss cards. But I don't want to redo them, so I'm going to try and make it work, because the way let me just show you with Lord of the Rings. You know, I actually think Pokemon has more than Lord of the Rings, because Pokemon has like 150 colours. But let's just take one. This is from Lord of the Rings, okay? So I use these stickers. They're just random, like they're just standard DMC stickers. And I do it in numerical order. So as you're stitching, you get used to where the colours are, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these organisers, and they hold 20 colours each. So you get used to the colour, because mine are all different colours. So they've got dark pink, purple, yellow. When I'm stitching and I press pattern keeper and it tells me the colour, I kind of know which one it's on, so I don't have to go through them all, and I just kind of skim them. With the new ones, I'm not going to be able to do that, because you've got 317, 310, and then like 945 next to it, 414, 931, 161. These are going to be a pain in the butt, but I think after a while I probably will remember which floss card they're on anyway. Unless if I number them, it might be better. Sometimes I go by colour, but these are all quite similar colours, sort of. Maybe not, maybe I'm talking rubbish. I'm just going to leave them as they are because I'm lazy, and I want to start this one this week because I'm really excited to finally have it. I bought the fabric the minute these turned up, because I always buy my fabric from Amazon. It's always easy count Lugana in whatever count I bought. I bought 25 count for this project. So I'm going to start her this week. So next Flosstube, you'll see Gamer Girl. You'll see Lord of the Rings, hopefully with a page finish. You will see Darth Daddy, I think. And I'm only going to focus on them. I will either swap Darth Daddy for my Heaven and Earth design, because that is a gift, and I do need to remember to keep on stitching that, even if it's just a couple of stitches a week, because it is for a gift. I'm not used to stitching gifts, so in the back of my mind there's kind of like this thing where I know I need to get it done, because mine, I'll do it whenever I feel like it. I don't care when I finish my cross stitch patterns. I don't care if it takes me 5 years or more. I stitch because I like stitching. I don't stitch because I want an end result. I diamond paint because I like seeing an end result. I actually put another 2 up this week. I don't know if you can see that one because of the lighting, but yeah, that's why I have both hobbies, really, I think. I enjoy the process of stitching more than diamond painting, but diamond painting is a way where I can see an end result and I can appreciate the artwork, and I like the sparkle and all that type of stuff. So I don't care when I finish mine, but I know that the Heaven and Earth design of Hannah Lynn Poinsettia Pixie is a gift. So I haven't got a time limit. I did tell the person that's receiving it that she obviously isn't going to get it for Christmas. It is her Christmas present, but she's not going to get it this year. Maybe not even next year's Christmas at this rate, but we'll see. We will see. I think she knows that it's going to take a long time. I did tell her, so I'm not going to put pressure on myself, but the more projects I start, the longer it's going to take. So we'll see. Right, so now we'll get into the what I've been up to this week. So there is quite a few things to talk about, so I'm going to try and keep them pretty quick. First of all, like day-to-day stuff, I went to the cinema twice. I watched Trolls over the last weekend, and then I watched Five Nights at Freddy's on the Wednesday. That was a really good film. Really enjoyed that. I'm a fan of the game, so it was good for me to see it. And my partner didn't seem too bothered by it. He doesn't really like horror films. So we went to the cinema twice. In terms of shopping, the shop, my Etsy shop, it's been doing really well this week. The clay stuff seems to be going really well. I made a birthday cake out of clay for the moderator, Anne, which is also what the Heaven and Earth design cross stitch is for. I'll show you a picture of the cake. I'll put it on my face. So I might start doing them as cover minders, different like cakes, different varieties, because I enjoyed making that. That was really cool. And then it will be soon time to watch Harry Potter. So every year I start the Harry Potter movies. So usually on the 1st of November, I'll start the first one, and then I typically watch one a week. But I think we're gonna maybe watch Lord of the Rings as well again this year, because last year I didn't watch Harry Potter at all for the first time in years. We watched Lord of the Rings. And that was the first time I'd seen all of the movies. So we might watch them again, because my partner, you know, if you've seen all my cross stitch ones, there was one, I think 2 or 3 back, where I got really confused at my Lord of the Rings chart. I got the names wrong because they're so similar. Sauron and Saruman. Saruman? Whatever. I'm not going to say it again. Anyway, he was not happy with me and he said I need to watch them again. So we'll probably watch them again this year. I think I'll probably watch some of the Harry Potters without him just to get them, because there's 6. So just to get them out the way, I'll watch them while I'm stitching or something, because it's something that I enjoy anyway. And I've just got ready for the diamond painting event that we're doing. If you diamond paint as well, it's called Bling Your Thing or Bling Your Thaaang. It's a free event as long as you've got a Diamond Art Club kit canvas, and it's just to encourage people to do diamond paintings that are in their stash instead of going to buy a new one. So that event starts on the 1st of November and that ends on the 1st of January. I've picked a huge picture. I'll put it on the screen. And that's to encourage me to finish it by the 1st of January. Another thing is my partner has booked a night away for me and him on the 12th of November, which is lovely. I might be late recording that week because we'll go away on the weekend, and that's when I that's when I record. Actually, I think we're going on a Sunday and then we'll be back on the Monday, so perhaps not. But that was a big shock for me. I don't do well to surprises, and the way he done it, like he sent me a screenshot of a booking, And I was like, what is this? What is this? Because I panic. Instead of going, ah, like, I panic. So I was like, what is this? What is this? Where am I going? What am I doing? What about the kids? What about the dog? What about the house? Everything goes through my mind. And then obviously he told me what it was. He explained that everything's sorted. I just need someone to watch my oldest son, which my daughter's going to do. She's going to come and stay the night because the youngest one's already been looked after. And then I kind of processed it, and then I was happy. But to start with, I was like my head was going mad. So I didn't say thank you to start with. And I do feel bad when I get like that, but I can't help it. I just overthink everything. So yeah, we're going to go away just for a night, just to get away, just spend time me and him, because he's been working an awful lot and I've been a lot more busier. So we don't really see each other that much at the minute. So that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to that. We'll probably do a bit of shopping, eat loads of food. We went away last year to Harry Potter Studios and I ate loads, like I couldn't move afterwards. So I'll probably do the same again. And that, oh, actually no, that's not it. I wanted to talk to you about my Etsy shop. So we'll get into that now, because this part is quite important. If you've ever visited my Etsy shop, it's the same name as the YouTube channel. You will have seen that I sell cross-stitch patterns. A lot of them, some of them are my daughter's work, some of them are public domain ones. I've charted all of them. All of them on there are what I've charted, and the rest of them are made by me. But they've been made, majority of them, I think there's 2 that I made like hand charted. But the majority of them have been made with AI art. Now I want to move away from AI art because when I first opened the shop, I was a little bit naive and didn't realise dog is snoring. But yeah, what was I saying? AI art. So when I first started, I was a little bit naive with AI art, and the way I saw it was, I had a vision in my head. I described it as vividly as I can to the computer. It would come back with an image, and then I would edit it to how I wanted it. Then I would go and do the cross-stitch pattern. But the last couple of months I've been doing a bit more research, I've been talking to a few more people, and a lot of the times AI art tends to come from the way the computer gets the images is from other people's artwork. So with that in mind, I've decided not to do it anymore, because I don't want to be pulling images from other people's artwork that they've done themselves. So my daughter's artwork will stay, the public domain images that I've charted will stay, because the money that comes from my daughter's all goes to her, and the public domain ones you're literally just paying for the chart, because they do take a while to do. I like to go over every pixel most of the time when I do these charts, because I like to make sure that they're how I want them, if that makes sense. I like them to be perfect. Excuse me. So the images that are on my Etsy shop now, I'm leaving them up until they expire. So because they all expire at different times. So once that image is expired, I'm then going to put it on my Facebook group for free, and they'll stay in a files album. So if you have seen an image that you like on there, don't buy it yet. Wait until it expires. Go to my Facebook group and download it from there. And that's just so, the only reason why I'm not taking them all off right now is just so I can stagger everything coming off my shop at once, because I think if I take all of it off at once, it's going to severely damage the shop. So I'm just going to let them expire and not renew them. Some of them will be on there for quite a while, I think February time. But that also leads me to my next venture type thing, where I am teaching myself how to draw with digital art. Now, I am not an artist. I've always had images in my head that I think we all have, where we make art in our heads, and that was the point of AI art, so it could come, my images could come to life that I had in my head. But I'm teaching myself, so it's going to be a while. The idea that I have is to do different charts. So I wanted some really easy cross stitch patterns, which I did upload one this week. It was just a rainbow. It was just a little kawaii rainbow with 2 faces on. And that is for beginners, because I have spoken to a lot of people lately that have actually, it's really nice to see. There was a lady in my Facebook group, the owner of Sugar Skull Crafts. So she said, she's the lady that I bought this Lord of the Rings bag from. So this is what I keep my project in, and I bought that from her. So she has been encouraged to start cross stitching again after watching my floss tubes, which is brilliant. So I know there's a couple more people that have, but have never cross stitched. They are just diamond painters. So I thought, well, I'll do some easy ones first. That's true. That's proving to be a little bit more difficult when it comes to charting from a digital image to a chart, because my software tried to blow it up to this massive thing, and I think I need to, it was my problem, I think I need to learn how to make my images smaller when I start them as a digital image. While I'm doing my digital artwork, I need to shrink a canvas size if it's going to be a starter image, because I think I had it set to something like 3,000 pixels wide by 4,000 pixels high, the canvas that I drew that rainbow on, and that's what messed me up. And this week I did one picture that I'm really proud of. It's my first like actual picture. It's nothing special, but to me it is. I'll put a picture up here. It's a little froggy. There's loads of things I learned from that image. I could go back and change them, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to move on to the next one. I'm going to keep that as my first like image that I'm happy with, and see where I am in a year's time. So I wouldn't expect any charts from me soon. Like, I think I'll probably do a few public domain ones just to have a couple more in the shop. There's a few public domain images that I really like the look of that I might go and chart. But they're not that popular. I mean, I would prefer to have my own artwork in there. Excuse the random cut. My battery died, so you're in my living room, but do you want to see my wall of art? Well, not art, diamond paintings. Yeah, this is where the charger is. So basically, my AI art is going, is what I wanted to say. So if there's an image that you like on there, and you want it for a diamond painting or a cross stitch, join the Facebook group and I will post them when they've expired for free, and they will stay on the Facebook group in the files section. The PDFs will. I don't know about the images. I might have to put them in an album. So yeah, you can. I've given myself a year to bring out the first cross stitch pattern that I've made, where I've drawn it myself, charted it myself, and all of that. So I think a year is a good time limit. It won't be anything like amazing because I'm self-taught, so, but I'm confident that I can do it, and I am really enjoying it, which is the main thing. Art is subjective anyway. Like, you might not like my art style. If you like with the frog, you might not like that. So yeah, I really want to do some abstract art though. At the minute I've been going through different styles of art, trying to see what I like. I'm really struggling with faces. Really struggling with faces. But as I said, it's early, like it's really early. So I'm just trying to find what type of style of art that I want to do. So yeah, I think it's going to be a while before anything comes out. But I wanted to share that with you because I wanted you to be aware that I'm aware of the issues with AI art, and it will be going. So the next part of this video will be all of my patterns that I want you to pick one from. So what I will do is in the next clip I will tell you to say, like, there's a Harry Potter one for instance, so if you like the Harry Potter, say Harry Potter, and then in the comments I will go down and just count how many of each image got the most votes. I'll write them all down, and then on this Saturday I will let you know which one's the winner, and then I will go and, no, not on the Saturday I won't, on the Monday I'll let you know which one's the winner, but I'll stop counting on the Saturday, and then in the next floss tube I'll tell you who's the winner, and then I'll probably order them as soon as possible, because I am really worried that I'm not going to get the floss in time for Christmas, because I need fabric, I need floss, I need a new hoop, I need a new project bag, or before a Christmas start. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Right, so I'm going to go, let my camera charge, and I hope you enjoy the next clip, and I will see you next Monday. Okay, so here is my pattern keeper. We'll go through and I will just show you the mock-ups so it doesn't take forever. So this is the first one. I'm actually not going to zoom out like I did last time, because I realised that you see it a lot smaller than I do. It's quite big in my image, so I might actually have to show you the PDF so I can see the name. So this one is a freebie from Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's Maui Princess. I think that's how you say it anyway. If you want this one, just put Hannah Lynn. No, actually no, don't put Hannah Lynn, because I've got two. So just put Maui Princess. Yeah, just put Maui Princess for this one. So if you want this one, please put Folk Witch, so FOLKWITCH in the comments section. It's this one here. It's another one by Medusa Doll Maker. I'm not too sure about this one. I don't really know about the cheek section. The rendering on the cheek is a little bit weird to me, but it could just be because it's the mock-up and I'm looking at it in quite a large image. So this one is Folk Witch, and then we have Herb Mandrake. So if you want this chart here, just put Herb Mandrake. This is another one by Medusa Doll Maker. I really like this one because this is a Harry Potter style image. That one's lovely. So that one is the Gamer Girl that I've just got. This one is another freebie from Heaven and Earth Designs, and this one, if you want this one, just put Big Cats. I can't remember when I got this one, but I know it's from their Facebook group for free. So this one's lovely. I do like this one. It's quite big though, I believe. I'm not going to look at the sizes. I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm just going to show you the images and you pick the one that you want me to start first. So this one is, you can just put frogs for this one because I don't have another frog chart. This is another Heaven and Earth design, and it is a lovely image. I really like this one. So just put frogs for that one. This one is the one I don't want to do. So we won't go over this one very much. It's too big. I'm already doing another Lord of the Rings cross stitch pattern. I don't know if I'll ever get round to doing this one, but I bought it because I really liked it. So we won't go through that one. So this one is Kirby. If you like this one, just put Kirby. I wouldn't mind doing this one actually. It's very similar to Darth Daddy in terms of a lot of blocked colour, so it would be easy to stitch, and it's lovely. I do love Kirby, and my son is a fan of Kirby. And then this one, if you would like this one, just put Beloved. I'll put the names of everything on the screen so you know what to put as well. If you want this one, put Beloved. This one's a beautiful image, another Heaven and Earth design. Really love this one. I haven't started it yet because it's another grayscale one, and I'm doing Venom, which is sort of a grayscale type image, but I would be more than happy to start this one. This one, oh actually that Beloved is a mini Beloved, it's not a large size either. And this one is another mini from Heaven and Earth Designs. This one's from Lisa Parker, and it put The Reader. I love this one. I'm actually really into tarot cards, so I do like that one. Now this one is absolutely huge. It's Once Upon a Fairy Tale, and it's the colour expansion, so there is loads of colours. If you want me to start that, I will, but I can guarantee you now I will probably be stitching this still in 20 years time because of how big it is. I have no intention of making this a priority if you pick it, so just be aware that if you pick this one you won't see much progress on it for a long time, which is fine by me. As I said at the beginning, in the other parts of this video, I stitch because I like stitching and not because I want a finished project, so I'm more than happy to start it, but I don't know when it would get finished. It's huge. It's beautiful though. It'd be worth it, definitely worth it, but it is huge. Then we have Prefect Bathroom. So for this one, just put Prefect. This one is lovely. There's a lot of black, which would be easy. Lots of lovely outlines to do in black. And this is from Harry Potter. This is the Prefect's Bathroom mirror. Not mirror, sorry, window. With the mermaid from the Tri-Wizard tournaments in film 4, where Harry has to go underwater to save his friends. So this is one of the mermaids in a glass-stained window. Now this one is another large one, but also extremely beautiful. So I would be more than happy to do this one, but again, I don't know when I would finish it because it wouldn't be a priority. This is the stained glass from Beauty and the Beast of the castle, and it is beautiful. This is by the same, these two, this one and the Prefect Bathroom, is by the same person that I bought the Lord of the Rings cross stitch pattern that I'm doing now. I bought them both, all three of them, from him. Oh, sorry, if you want this one, goodness, what have I done? If you want this one, just put stained glass. Okay, the PDF. So it's called The Possibilities Evolution Rainbow. Evolution Rainbow, sorry. If you want this one, just put Eevee. E-V-E-E. That just makes it so much simpler. Just put Eevee. Eevee is not actually my favourite Pokemon, but it's really difficult to find a Pokemon chart from places like Heaven and Earth Designs and other big cross-stitch shops because of licensing, I think, more than anything else. So I'd be more than happy to stitch this. So if you want this one, put Eevee. Now this is the reason why I said don't put Hannah in for the other one, because I have two. If you want this one, put Cat Countess. So the name of the actual image, Cat Countess. This one is lovely. It's got lots of bright colours, very vivid. Looks great. So I'd be more than happy to stitch that. I don't know if it'd be done by next Halloween, but I would be more than happy to stitch that. So we also have, let's just do the mock-up for this one. This is by Anne Stokes, and where did I buy this from? I can't remember. Oh, Pain Free Crafts. Pain Free Crafts, yeah. So this is Dragon Clans by Anne Stokes. So if you want this one, just put Dragon. I don't have any other Dragon cross stitch patterns at the minute, so just put Dragon. It's lovely. I do like this one. And then this one is adorable. If you watched my last time I showed you all of these, I said this was absolutely adorable. Still stand by that. More than happy to stitch this one anytime. Like, it's just, it gives me cozy winter feelings. I don't know how I'd feel about stitching this in the summer, but right now, while it's nearly November, I kind of really want a picture like this to stitch. So more than happy to stitch this one. Oh, if you want this one, put Simple Pleasures. I'm going to leave that at that. Now this one you haven't seen before. I bought this one quite recently. This was to give me a bit of a variety in my stitching, just to see if I would like to do a sampler. as you've probably already been here before, I mean, if you've already been here before, you probably have already heard me say I'm not a fan of samplers, but this type of one I would do. There's a lot going on. I probably wouldn't do it in black. I would probably do it in some sort of variegated floss or something like that. But it would be easy to kit up and get started on. So if you want this one, put Ragnarok. Now, do I include one of mine? I think we will. Oh no, yeah. I think we will. We'll keep this one in here because it's one of the favourite ones I've done. And I mean, it is still one of my pictures. I know it's AI art, but it is still one of my pictures. If you want this one, put Night Raven. Yeah, we'll keep this one in there because I do love that picture. I would still love to stitch it. So this one is a newer one that I bought. It was when I found out that Dumbledore, the actor that played Dumbledore, had passed away this year. Not too long ago, actually, I bought this. So I'd be more than happy to stitch this. It's a lot of black, but again, it's got that outline going on. So it'd be pretty easy to stitch. It would just be a big, big cross stitch. If you want this one, just put Harry Potter. And this is the last one. This is the newest one I've bought. I think I bought this last week or the week before. Heaven and Earth were having a sale. I couldn't say no. So I bought Margaret Morales, After the Rain. It's absolutely beautiful. If you want this one, please just put Rain. And that is all of my cross stitch patterns that I haven't started yet. Hopefully there's one there that you would like to see. If there's more than one, you're more than welcome to put more than one vote. I've honestly put as many votes as you want, and we'll just count how many which one wins. I mean, for me personally, what would I stitch? What would I stitch? I mean, I hate picking because they're all so nice. Probably I would go for the prefect bathroom, this one here, because it would be fairly easy, and I would also probably go for this one just because of what I said a minute ago. I'm in the mood to stitch something wintry, so they would be my choices. If I was voting, I'd put them too. So put as many as you want, and on Saturday of this week I will count them all, and on the Monday I will let you know what one has won, but I will probably have already ordered the the thread and everything for them because I really want to get this done and dusted, ready for Christmas, all sorted. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next Monday.